Remember to subscribe to our YouTube channel at NDN TV Nigeria. Click on the subscribe button and be the first to get notifications.
These are very difficult times for the coastal communities in the Niger Delta as they continue to groan under severe economic hardship attendant on the high cost of petrol. Our correspondent who visited Buguma in Asaritori local government area of Rivers State reports that prices of goods and services have more than doubled following the recent increase in the pump price of petrol.
Following the federal government's withdrawal of fuel subsidy in May this year, the pump price of petrol rose astronomically beyond the reach of ordinary citizens. Since July, the pump price of petrol in most filling stations across the country has been pegged at roughly 600 naira, which is more than 3 times the initial cost of 195 naira. The unprecedented increase in the price of petrol has been greeted with skyrocketing prices of goods and services nationwide, making the cost of living unbearable for most Nigerians. Coastal communities in the Niger Delta are by far the worst casualties of the recent fuel price hike. In Buguma town, headquarters of Asaritori local government area of Rivers State, for instance, a litre of petrol sells for between 700 naira and 800 naira. This is because there is no single filling station in the town, a situation that compels residents to buy petrol on the black market. Residents of Buguma lament that there has been a phenomenal increase in the cost of goods and services.
And in wine work on it too, so why not? Bogimu petrol me fekuma. He mane 700 ke bolita fekuma. E je to bio and pakabia. Malita na 3 liter na 9 liter na like bigi bakam. Yeah, government ma mean the mo digi. In so am bio toluma digi. What to share bra bakam.
We don't have any so-called company in Buguma apart from the council. We don't have anything that we do. We can't get out of this place if we don't have 1,500 or 2,000 naira before you get out of Buguma to Port Harcourt. So you can see that the poor man cannot find himself to Port Harcourt.
The situation is no less disturbing in neighboring Abonima town, headquarters of AKUGHA local government area, which, like Buguma town, cannot boast of a single filling station. In Abonima, a litre of petrol also sells for between 700 naira and 800 naira. Residents of the island town say they find the cost of living rather unbearable.
For the bread I'm selling, before we are buying it 1,100, but now we are buying it 1,250 and we are selling it 1,400. There is no business. The fuel, transportation, every place is down.
Even the least Petrol will buy to cost because of the fuel increment. So things are very hard for people. We need the fuel price to come down for things to go accordingly.
In 2006, the federal government commenced the process of building 12 floating mega filling stations across the Niger Delta, including one in Boni local government area of Rivers State and another in Nimbe local government area of Bayelsa State. While the functionality of the floating mega filling stations cannot be immediately ascertained, it is obvious that they are unable to meet the needs of hundreds of communities in the Niger Delta. In communities like Abonima and Buguma that are directly accessible by road from Port Harcourt, the Rivers State capital, residents are calling on government and private investors to consider building filling stations to ease their burden of having to buy petrol at exorbitant prices.
The governor or the state government should come and put in a state filling station so that they can operate in this time of scarcity so that the price will come down.
Our problem is the oil is right in our soil and we are the ones suffering the more. So it pains us so bitterly. I think we really need the government intervention.
The federal government maintains that the fuel subsidy removal and deregulation of the petroleum downstream sector is in the best economic interest of the country. However, most citizens are worried that a major crude oil exporting country like Nigeria cannot boast of a single functional refinery to ensure local refining of petroleum products whose demand has been on the increase in recent years.
Inside the Niger Delta,